lowered the arm down, went through the garage door, it looks like, and there were flashbangs. And
SWAT officers surround a home in Atlanta to find New Orleans' most wanted man hiding in a hole in a basement. And look at this video. It shows SWAT officers leading Derrick Groves out of that home in handcuffs. Good afternoon. I'm Liz Reyes.
And I'm Lauren McCoy. Derrick Groves was the last of the 10 inmates captured after they escaped from the Orleans Parish Jail in May. We look at the role Crime Stoppers played in his recapture, what's next now that he's in custody, and how DA says Groves' luck finally ran out.
But first, Gabby Killett breaks down how authorities say they captured Groves. Gabby.
Well, authorities say they found Groves this afternoon in a crawl space in the basement of a home on Honeysuckle Street in Atlanta. They say they gassed the house multiple times to try to get him to come out. They say Groves did come out once authorities deployed a canine. This was the scene on Honeysuckle Street in southwest Atlanta. New Orleans U.S. Marshals contacted Atlanta authorities over the summer with a tip from Crime Stoppers of Greater New Orleans. We're told law enforcement spent the next months narrowing down Groves' location.
Ever since the escape, which was in May, the U.S. Marshals in New Orleans, along with several other departments, started basically a task force just for this case and have spent thousands of hours working tons of leads. We can't say exactly what brought us here, but it was a very thorough investigation, mainly by our New Orleans Marshals, and then they sent us information which we corroborated and was able to locate him at this location.
We are so thankful for the bravery and courage of all the officers involved in this operation. He is the 10th of 10 individuals to be taken into custody from the Orleans Parish incident.
New Orleans Deputy U.S. Marshal Brian Fair emphasized bringing Groves back into custody was a collaborative effort.
The law enforcement effort between the Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office, the New Orleans Police Department, Louisiana State Police, HSI, FBI, and the U.S. Marshals. So all these agencies contributed to what happened today.
And Fair says it's not clear whether Groves had been working or had otherwise changed his appearance while on the run for nearly 5 months. Fair says the investigation into Groves' escape and subsequent disappearance is ongoing. Lauren.
All right, Gabby, thank you. Derrick Groves' mother told the Associated Press that she woke up to seeing the news of her son's capture on the internet. Stephanie Groves told them she is all messed up and just trying to talk to him. She said that she did not know why he went to Atlanta and had not been in contact with him after he escaped. And she says after the escape, her family has been followed and under surveillance. She told them, quote, "It's just been a mess," and that she's glad it's over with.
Was one of the most violent criminals to break out of the Orleans jail. He was convicted of murdering the deaths of 2 men on Mardi Gras Day in 2018, one of 2 shooters who opened fire on the crowd. Last year, Groves pleaded guilty to battery of a correctional facility employee. DA Jason Williams said he was afraid that Derrick Groves would kill again.
Chris Welty reports Williams praises law enforcement and says more charges will come.
Meg John District Attorney Jason Williams says Derrick Groves' arrest brings a collective sigh of relief. Now investigators want to narrow down who helped him get to Atlanta. Williams says Groves may escape represents a serious breach of public safety and a historic failure of custodial security. Groves was serving a life sentence for second-degree murder following a conviction in 2024 for opening fire at a Mardi Gras block party that killed 2 people and wounded several others. He was also convicted on 2 counts of manslaughter in a separate case. The DA's office previously described Groves as a, quote, cold-blooded killer with a history of violent crime.
I was deeply concerned that someone that had been convicted of a double homicide, and was supposed to be in Angola would not go easily. I was afraid that there would be loss of life, whether it be civilian or law enforcement. And I don't think we thank Derrick Groves for that. I think we thank God for that, that he was taken into custody without injury.
Williams said, quote, "There will be a thorough investigation into anyone and everyone who helped Groves along the way in whatever parish or county that assistance came." Williams says he'll make sure Groves answers for every crime he committed.
Yo, 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 it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in, and I had a links in the description where you can watch the clips in the beginning in full on Fox 8 out of New Orleans. And I let a lot of that play so y'all can get all that information directly from the soil where it happened at today, where Derrick Groves was arrested in Southwest Atlanta. And it is so many layers and levels to this conversation right now, because y'all even hear out of New Orleans, the district attorney Williams is trying to lay it on thick, saying that they gonna arrest any and everybody that they felt had any role in helping him get to Atlanta. And they've already arrested several other people who helped the other inmates at that time. Some, they got them that first week or anything, handing cash and talking to them on the phone. They was taking them all to jail. Even Derrick Groves' girlfriend got hit with $1 million bond herself earlier. But they said, as y'all saw, all these agencies work together. They put a specific task force in place to get this case. And it happened now, 5 months, 145 days later. And I ain't gonna lie, it seemed like Derrick Groves had vanished and was completely off the radar. But by the tips, and they not gonna tell us who got that $50,000, but somebody most definitely came and did it and got with it. Now you hear him trolling a little bit, he blowing kisses. He's also saying, well, they taking me, I don't wanna go to jail. I don't know why he feels the need to do that. Maybe that is his personality with this. He did have convictions, facing life in prison, hadn't been sentenced yet, but now they gonna keep close eyes on him in Angola. They gonna make sure he stay under full watch because of what happened. And you hear the way that the the Louisiana district attorney in that area is just speaking like, hey man, this is gonna happen. This is unacceptable, because he know this looks bad on them. So they trying to push that narrative and make an example out of Derrick Groves and the other 9 people that escaped as well. Now, with everybody else getting escaped, some of them didn't have major cases like that. So they gonna get like a couple years added to their time for this escape. In his case, it really doesn't matter, but the storyline is very crazy. As you heard right there as well, his mother has been going through it, as they've already had issues with their family in the past with police. His grandmother had been killed, and that story is on the internet, by a crooked officer back in the day. And now his mother has been being harassed because of what he got going on. They was going to her highs, popping up. She was stressed out. So she has a little bit of relief, even to hear that her son is not dead, but also the relief of, hey, these people ain't gonna be following me. You got to know they pulling up on them, they trailing them in traffic, because they all after him. And that's the other side of the game we wasn't seeing. But me staying on top of it, getting information, I was like, man, this is crazy. They was really pulling up, going up inside his mama highs, bro, like really giving her a hard time, because they want to get him, because it make them look bad in the media that they can't keep their stuff in control. It like an inmate is outsmarting them. But the tips at the end of the day is what took them boys down, him and Antoine Massey. Antoine Massey was viral because of his presentation, his personality, him coming onto the internet. We had never seen nothing like this before. And I ain't gonna lie, I don't like to say never, but I say ever. We probably won't ever see nothing like this right here happen one more time, bro. This is really only in the movies, dog, where a nigga is really just outside active. He done went viral. They talking about he was looking like a girl. It's other rumors online right now saying that, you know, he was staying with a girl, or he was with a girl, or whatever. We don't know for sure. I ain't gonna confirm none of that. I see people was hitting me with that one and tagging me, but I can't confirm none of that. More details will come out, and we'll keep y'all updated with them. A lot of reports coming out this right here was a crazy case, bro. And it was like, you knew the day might come, but then you still got in your head like, bro might stay on the run. He might find a way to stay out the way. And yep, right in Atlanta, right up I-10, then shot up state Georgia. So tell me what y'all think, man. We got more coming, more videos, all that. 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot.